Let me see here. Yeah, you know, it's very, very interesting. This is a battery charger. I have these cards sitting here. It's very interesting. I was shuffling the cards earlier, and what comes out, Six of Swords, which literally means like we have to make a move, right? And I ended up having to move from the TikTok over here because I got false reported. It was crazy. Hold on a second, my loves. Let me share this out to the groups. Let me share it all out there. So here we are, we live together. Hopefully, my people will show up. And even if you don't, I want you to know what happened just a little while ago that I realized I'm discussing Elon doing his so called Roman salute, which is known as the Nazi salute, which is known as a fascist salute, meaning that he's hailing a chief. It's not about the collective, it's not about human beings, it's not about the constituents, it's not about citizenship. And I think Elon did it just because, as Stephen Bannon called him out, rightly so, I think he did it so that he can get back in with MAGA. And so he can get back in with MAGA. He likes to pull on their racist tendencies and their isolationist tendencies. And a lot of them are like the Nazis. A lot of them are like that extreme right wing. And it's very disturbing even for Trump to get into office and let all of those people out with no consideration for the ones who are unnecessarily violent. And maybe, you know, maybe that's a part of the plan moving forward. He gets off on that kind of stuff. It makes no sense because the very ones that are violent in your favor can turn against you, especially when they don't have good reasoning, you know, good reasoning skills. You know, this is very concerning. All right, and I'm doing some more shuffling. You see here, I'm doing some more shuffling. And I have to let everybody know I'm live over here in my YouTube right now. And I don't usually be here, but I'm going to be more disciplined and be over here as well. I'm very concerned because the other thing I was just told, I wasn't looking at on the news, but you know, they were cracking down first day, I guess, while he was at the inauguration, that people were probably sitting out in their vans at the ready, just waiting to pick people up, right? Just waiting to pick people up. And so a lot of people are being transported, some against their will, some by their will. I've been watching a lot of videos where, you know, the thing about that TikTok ban also is that it put a lot of people up on what's happening in other areas of the world. Everywhere in the world, people aren't really living that bad. Sometimes people come here for an opportunity or for certain things that they think are going to be better for them here as opposed to in their country, which it may be true. Just like if you move from the northeast to the southwest, is you going to have a better spending power if you saved up your money from the northeast. But if you're born in the southwest already, you're going to have a lot of financial difficulties, especially if you are getting paid the wages in those very poor red states. And I said very poor wages. When it says right to work state, it's usually a right to be poor state. It usually means it's a right to get minimum wage state. It's that there's no incentive for them to pay you well, you know, because everybody's getting paid a certain amount of money, or they pay you somewhat. The pay is starting to get a little bit better, but it's not keeping up with the inflation or the corporate greed on any level. Okay, but what's really concerning right now, like I said, I was on the TikTok and I got pulled for violation, claiming that it was misleading information, and I didn't discuss anything inappropriate or say anything inappropriate. But Elon made that salute, and everyone's been talking about it. But I guess they didn't want somebody talking about it on their live. So it's a headache. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. And I'm going to pull up some video. I'm going to pull up some video. Hold on a second. I'm looking for it because somebody was telling me about it. And then, oh yeah, and look at this. Here it reads, Trump administration reverses policy to permit ICE arrests at churches. And it's concerning. It says the Trump administration said January 21st It would rescind a long-standing policy preventing immigration and customs enforcement agents from making arrests at what are seen as sensitive locations, including houses of worship, schools, and hospitals. So they will now have the right to enter the schools, the hospitals, which the people are not well. I don't know why you would want to go collect them from there, or maybe they'll wait outside, and the houses of worship. So you go into church on Sunday, and now you're going to have to be wondering if you're going to be able to make it home. And this is what it reads here. Prior to his second inauguration, Trump's transition team indicated his administration would scrap the long-standing ICE policy, which prohibits immigration enforcement arrests such locations, as well as other sensitive events like weddings and funerals without approval from supervisors. Catholic immigration advocates expressed alarm at the announcement. This is This action empowers the brave men and women in CBP and ICE. You don't have to be brave to do this job. You really don't. To enforce our immigration laws and catch criminal aliens, including murders. They wrote it should be murderers and rapists who have illegally come into our country. A DHS spokesperson said criminals will no longer be able to hide in America's schools and churches to avoid arrest. I don't see where that's happening, but okay. The Trump administration will not tie the hands of our brave law enforcement and instead trust them to use common sense. They trust them to use common sense. Common sense is gone because even the administration is pretty much saying they don't have it. Urgent moral and human concerns. Look at Bishop Mark Seitz of El Paso, Texas, said in a January 21st statement the policy change is one of many drastic actions from the federal government related to immigration that deeply affect our local community and raise urgent moral and human concerns. And this is very difficult. And it reads, quote, the end of the Department of Homeland Security sensitive locations policy strikes fear into the heart of our community, cynically layering a blanket of anxiety on families when they are worshiping God, seeking health care, and dropping off and picking up children at school. Bishop Seitz said, we have also seen the rapid and indiscriminate closure of the border to asylum seekers and the return of the ill-conceived remain in Mexico policy, violating due process and restricting the few legal options available to the most vulnerable who knock on our doors seeking compassion and aid. Bishop Seitz added that he wanted to assure El Paso's immigrant community that whatever your faith and wherever you come from, we make your anxieties and fears at this moment our own. This is this a bridge too far? What do you think? Right? What he says is, quote, we stand with you in this moment of family and personal crisis and pledge to you our solidarity, trusting that the Lord, Jesus Christ, will bring about good even from this moment of pain, and that this time of trial will be just a prelude to real reform, a reconciled society and justice for all, those who are forced to migrate. End of quote, he said. All right. And he put here, educating the faithful on their rights. The Diocese of El Paso, Bishop Seitz added, we'll continue to educate our faithful on their rights, provide legal services, and work with our community leaders to mitigate the damage of indiscriminate immigration enforcement. Through our Border Refuge Assistance Fund, in partnership with the Hope Border Institute, we are preparing to channel additional humanitarian aid to migrants stranded in our sister city of Ciudad Juarez. Dylan Corbett, look at this, the executive director of Hope Border Institute, told OSV News, the reversal of the sensitive locations policy is gravely troubling and will have an immediate impact on families in our parishes as well as on our Catholic educational institutions and service organizations. It is an attack on members of our community at pivotal moments in their life. Dropping off and picking up children, seeking out health care, and worshiping God, he said. These are serious religious liberty implications, and it strikes at the core of the trust that is indispensable to a safe community. It is also a sad and troubling step in the direction of indiscriminate deportations. Now, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, who has also taken hardline immigration positions, is Trump's nominee to lead the Department of Homeland Security, but she has not yet been confirmed by the Senate. And he reads here, Kate Scanlon is a national reporter for OSV News covering Washington, and you can follow her on X, okay? If you are so inclined or if you're interested. I'm very concerned, and this is very interesting also. This here, I'm very concerned about the impact of this not only on those their unfortunate immigrant children, but also for maybe innocent or American citizens that might get swept up in this process. There has still been reports that not all of the children from the last time he was in office have been located, and that there are people who are still missing to this day. And we know that that is a major issue. People go missing all the time in the United States of America and also throughout the world. But we had a major issue with the parent child separation last time, and I think that he won't implement that. He did mention that this time maybe the whole family will have to go back together. Um, I guess people will get to choose whether that's a viable option for them, whether that's something that they can make arrangements for, or maybe they will choose to let their American citizen child be reared by friends, family, relatives, to take a chance. I don't know, but it's a sad day for a lot of people. I don't wish for any criminals to be roaming the streets free. However, I do pray that for those who are innocent, that they don't get swept up in the frenzy. And I pray that people act in a way that is compassionate, that we don't become like barbarians. Thank you, Divine One. The message, gold. Look at this. For those of you who came here for the message, solid finances, investing in integrity. Integrity, deep values, very important, very important. As you're moving through your life and you're looking for change in your life, their blessings are coming to you. Remember to have integrity and to use that to be a blessing to other people, to help other people along the way. All right? There are some people who are going to be traveling. Some of you traveling because you choose to, some of you traveling because you need to. All right? And that is a requirement. Queen of Pentacles coming here at the center of this is saying that you really have to be solid, right? You're going to have to pay very close attention to where you're going and how you're making moves. But you're going to be in a position where you're going to create stability for you, sticking close to home and to those that you care for. You may be moving to a place that's going to offer that to you, allowing you to be able to take care of your business. Some of you may even be working from a home or starting a family business. That is quite possible, okay? And then we have here the Five of Cups. That is not going to happen without some disappointments. Suffering some losses is a part of life. But also with this Five of Cups is saying that even though that we've had some challenges, we miss our old home, we miss the people where we were. This is not an easy move, but that you are up to the task, that you are able to do what is required of you. Okay, I want you to know that. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a move that you are making. It's necessary for you to make your own security and stability. Nine, this is a 9 year, and nine is a place of having good security, not only finances, but your health. It's very important that you watch your health. Knight of Cups, I see somebody coming into your life. You may be even offering love to someone, even though there's a whole lot of unknown. And I think that's the issue here, what I see is that in this move and the things, the way it has changed, even though you feel that you have some security, it's the uncertainty of it all, right? And whenever you make a move to a new place, a new land, or even sometimes returning after a long time being gone, it is a very uneasy and uncertain way of living. I want you to know, Ace of Cups, thank you, Divine One. He's saying that this is time that's coming in your life that you're going to have everything that you need. And this is a time in your life where you're going to have to really stand up for the things that you believe in and for what you value. You're going to have to fight your own battles right now. No one is coming to save you. Knight of Wands, use your energy and your drive to make things happen for yourself. This is your time. You have to use your talents, your energy, and your drive to make things happen for yourself. For those of you who are not from here, say our people who are from another country, this is your time, really. It's devastating. It's over. You know they're coming, but there's new opportunity for you, especially even if you have a little money or something that can do something for you there. It's important that you, hopefully, you have been getting prepared. You have been sending money ahead of time. You have an account in your country or something nearby. Maybe there's another location where you can go if you're in a war torn area, like um, in certain places where it's really not a place for you to go back to. I'm telling you, some of you, even though there's an end here, there's opportunity. In the ending, there's opportunity. There's greater opportunity for you to create new stability in your life, for you to get grounded. Do mind your mind and make sure you're clear. Stay away from any kind of medication, self medication, stuff that's not healthy for you. You're going to need to use your skills and your clear mindset, and you're going to have to stand firm. Pay attention. This is a new opportunity in your life. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy because it's not. It's not, but you will do better. Okay? The divine is saying, I'm with you. Ace of Cups is here. The Ace of Cups I see is my Psalm 23 card. And Psalm 23, for those of you who don't know, it's about you going through adversity. It's about you going through the dark night of the soul. And that the divine is there with you to comfort you, to lead you beside those still waters, to nourish your soul, to protect you. You understand? And even though you're going through that, there's going to be a position for you, and there's going to be a table set for you, and you will eat. You will not be left behind. This is very important that you know this, okay? You need to know that right now, in this very desperate time, whether you are a stranger in a strange land or whether you are here, a citizen of the United States, where I am, no matter where you are and how you're feeling right now, these cards are saying, have good courage. Just like when they tossed the lot, when they read the bones, or when they did the reading on the wall, the divine uses us in different ways to send messages. This is a time for you to know that even though, like I said, it's over, there's a part of you that is never going to be the same as before. But in that, there's a hope of something greater. There's a new beginning that's going to bring forth new life and new energy, right? There's going to be new announcements for you. I want you to hold on tight and to keep your faith, to stick close to people who are of good morals and people who are truly caring. And sometimes it doesn't look the same because there are people in the church that are wicked. There are people in the world that are no good at all. But then there are people who have good morals, who are caring, who are loving, and who will give a helping hand, who will share their food with you, who will share their knowledge with you, who will help you get from point A to point B. Okay? Hold on. Don't give up. Keep the faith and stay aware and stay alert. And like I said, there's a lot of news, and there were people getting picked up all over. And they said starting today, but from what I can see, it started already yesterday. The rounding up of people. It's been difficult. and Immigration Rapid Response Hotline in Virginia. I don't even know if I would even trust these things, but in response to all of this, they said that they have support lines and people who are trying to help. But like I said, this is going to be a particularly difficult time. Please, even if you're a person that you believe in the immigration process and you believe that people need to go, there is no reason to find joy at the pain of others or to, the schadenfreude. That's what it is when you enjoy to see the pain of others, the suffering of others. It's not a good place to be. It's not a good place to be. So let us all have compassion. I would like to say, let us all have compassion for those who are less fortunate. Okay? And I'll come and check in and again because I don't want my videos to be too long. I haven't been here in a long time. Hopefully, I'll be here often enough and start generating enough views so that you guys will get what I have for you. And thank you. I shared that with everybody this live, and I did that not even realizing I shared it, but I'm going to close the live now. Like I said, there's hope, there's opportunity. This is a time we're going to find out exactly who we are, who your neighbors are, who your friends are. Until the next time, my loves, may you have peace in your land, may you have harmony in your homes, may you have love in your life, may you prosper as your souls prosper, may you have clarity in your vision, and may all those who are wicked be exposed expeditiously.